Hey birds, my name is GlibWings, and welcome back to another episode of R-Type Final. In the last episode, we did the second stage, or the original second stage, as I would call it. And in this episode, we're going to be continuing on with stage 3. Now, I have a bit of a story about stage 3 that I kind of want to talk about as soon as we get into it. So we're going to be using Wave Master again. I feel like Wave Master would be the best, again, for a stage like this. Now, in my opinion, this, to me, is one of the hardest stages I've ever had to face. Massive shadow threatens the city. This used to be our only refuge. And that's it for the dialogue. Anyway, like I was saying, this to me is one of the hardest stages in this game. Like, stage 3, right? Now, okay, here's my story about stage 3 that I kind of wanted to explain. I have not beaten this stage at the time of recording. At the time of recording, I have beaten this stage multiple times. What am I trying to say here? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, up until recently of this year, I have not beaten this stage. And after I beat the stage, I went on to beat it multiple times afterwards. This is one of the hardest stages I've ever played. And for years, for all the years I've owned this game, I could never get past stage 3. And it wasn't until this year that I finally beat stage 3, and I'm very proud of the fact that I did. I don't know. It's not the best story in the world, but, you know, that's just kind of my experience with this game, is that until years later, I have not beaten this stage until recently, so, yeah. Also, there's a lot of processing to be had in this stage, and both the slim and the fat PS2 has a very hard time processing this level. There's gonna be parts where, yes, it will be laggy, but the PS2 kind of smooths it out, which is really nice. But I just kind of want to mention that there's going to be some parts that it looks like it should not be going on this way. Like, it shouldn't be slowing down. But, yeah, there's a lot to process in this stage. Like, this is a very intense stage, processing-wise. Anyway, so that's that. Alright, so now let's put this back in front of us. Let's not get the blue. Also, apparently this thing can suck you in, which kind of sucks. Alright, so can I get rid of you? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it. It might become annoying later on, but for now I'm just gonna leave it and see what happens. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this. We want to have this in the back when we go over here, because otherwise, yeah, we could just be killed right then and there if we don't, so. Alright, so let's take out this thing with our red, or with our red power-up. Come on, take it out, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now the stage is going to turn, or we are going to turn, I guess. So yeah, I think a big reason why this stage is so hard to process is it's mostly just environment, just everything around the ship. I don't think it's the ship itself that's really hard to process for the PS2. I just believe that it's literally just the environment around it, because quite literally we go from like these really like weird environments. Like one I think is like a fallen city, and then the second stage is like a sort of like a swamp. And then the third stage we're just in a city for some reason. So now we have a mission to go to the city and destroy the ship, I guess. I think that's what's going on anyway. I'm just making guesses here. Alright, so we're gonna charge this up to as full as we can go. We're gonna want to hit this. We're gonna want to hit him with a grate. and I'm not going to take anything other than that for an answer. Come on. Charge up. Yeah, there we go. I think we can hit him with a high and get away with it, but I like to hit him more with a great. I feel like that would be a lot better. Yeah, when I was first learning how to beat this stage, it took me so many tries. And now it really just feels effortless. This is the most process... This part of the stage right here is the most process-intensive part of the entire stage. And as you can see, we are just slow motion, even if we speed up. Also, the speed up is L1, and then the slow down is L2. So, little bit of... a little bit more gameplay... a little bit more gameplay tutorial for you, I guess. Alright, so now we gotta take out these things. Alright, come on. Alright, so probably go something like this. I don't know. Alright, so we don't have... Oh yeah, I guess another thing I probably should mention. I didn't mention this last episode, but the thing above us, and you can actually get one below you too, so you can have two of these, is called a bit. Now a bit kind of acts like a force, but it can... But there's some things that... But there's some things that the force can do that the bit cannot. So the bit can absorb certain things like shots and everything. It doesn't actually count towards your dose or anything. But yeah, this thing above you is really good for shielding against certain things that it can shield against. So now we are at the tail end of the stage here, so we're gonna blow all this up. Now I used to think that if you got caught in the explosion, then you would just die, but apparently that's not true, so good for that. So we have sped up tremendously. So I think we are out of the processing heavy zone, so good for that. Alright, so yeah, now we gotta destroy all that. Technically, we don't have to destroy all that, but yeah. Anyway, this is the boss that we have to fight. Now, what I like to do with this boss, and there's a bit of boss tutorial for you, this is kind of a boss-ish, but what I like to do is try to stay perfectly still between these things. If you can stay perfectly still between these things, it'll save you a lot of trouble in the future. So yeah, you want to do that. We want to charge up again. Yeah, it'll just save you a lot of hassle later down the line. Also, this should just be a 2-shot kill. 2 or 3 shots, because I mean I hit him with a strong, so now I'm gonna hit him with a great. We're gonna hit him with a great. Yeah, okay, yeah. 2 shots. Alright. So yeah, you could go... I think what you could do is you could go great and great, or a strong and a great. So I did a strong and a great. So that's 3 loops. So that's a 3 loops beam and a 4 loops beam. A lot of this might sound confusing, but I'm just using R-type lingo here, so don't mind me. If it sounds confusing, just write some comments and I'll try to explain it better. So, anyway, that has been the episode. So next episode, we're going to be playing a really cool level, and I really like this level a lot, and I'll explain why next episode. But anyway, guys, that has been the episode with the machines and everything. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and as always, birds, if you like the video, hit it like a window, play hard, take flight, GlibWings out.
Racist.
Equality.
Perspective.